Okay, I share again, but I've been telling you last week. See what happened to here. How much door do you need? Fire door do you need? How much opening as a limit of access? And the interpretation here. How do you design? See the building with different story, evacuation travel distance. If the building is exceeding 1 story, it's actually 2 story, about 12 meters height, 12.1 meters height, you need to provide 1 staircase. But the function of the building is more to public, yeah. You need to have additional staircase, making 2 staircases inside, and another secondary access need to provide, maybe at the back, say as long as this is inside your boundary. Nampak, this is the case. So the door, I understand your question is about the door. How to determine how much, how many doors? Okay, how many doors? Okay, last week we did. Last week, are you coming, Heba? I'm not seeing you last week.
Yes, I was.
You coming? Ada We talk about staircase,
Yeah, I was there.
Okay, we talk about staircase. Okay, semua ni we already tell you, door inward, the door swing, apa semua. Why the door swing? Because people from basement to final exit, even the basement also inward. But at ground level, everybody, the swing of the fire door has to be outward. It's because we do not want people to confuse. From here, if the door inward, then they confuse, they enter. Instead of going out, but they enter the building. This is no, because this is already on fire. Okay? Because of the swing of the door, that's why we need to, how we draw. Last week already told you, okay? I'm not repeating. Okay. Wait, I try to find the drawings. The drawings, wait. Try to find again. Ni tadi. This one. Azli. All right. I'm sharing again. So we need to understand, we need to know how many of occupancy. So I think I'm not ready to tell you now because we still has no design yet. So to answer your question right now, yes, we have the calculation to calculate. This is even though in VM I will translate for you. We have to know how many occupancy in the building, and also the width of the fire staircase, gross area, luas lantai, gross area. Later on, we will calculate based on the occupancy, and we need to determine what is the minimum dimension for the door and how many doors needed in one building, in one floor. Okay, Heba? I think I will continue,
Yes,
but not today. Because we have to refer further on bylaws. Today, no, because it's a fundamental for today, we have to know the active system first, air condition system. Okay. We will be right back if we already have the design. Okay, I shall continue. I shall continue this. Today we are learning about air conditioning system. You see how it's so massive, the design of the compressor. So you are now see the compressor unit. What do you call this one? It's a compressor. Alia? Ni apa Alia?
Mana?
Gambar ni pasal apa? The picture is talk about what? Apa dia? Gambar ni pasal apa? You tahu tak gambar ni pasal apa?
Econ, sistem Econ.
Betul, sistem Econ. So, how do you feel when you see this image, this photo?
Biasa kat belakang bangunan lah.
Biasa kat belakang bangunan, yes, at the back of the building, okay. How do you find it? Is it okay in terms of design?
No.
No, right? This is very messy. No design, they just plug in just to save the area that the area is already installed the aircon. And see, this is, we call it as a compressor of the aircon, compressor. Kalau you jumpa the same image like this, the same component like this is the compressor. Ni bukan aircon, yang ini belum, tetapi this is part of the aircon system. Okay, Dawa ada Dawa.
Yes, madam.
So ni adalah apa? Yang you nampak sekarang adalah gambar apa?
Compressor of the aircon.
Apa dia? What?
Saya nampak aircon lah.
No, this is compressor. Compressor of the air conditioning system. Ni bukan aircon, ni adalah compressor dia. Compressor unit, apa yang you nampak sekarang. Kalau you cakap aircon, aircon kena dalam bangunan. Aircon need to be inside the building. Now, at the back of the building. Partly. Yeah. Ni adalah komponen dia. It's a compressor. Jangan you tengok yang ni adalah aircon. This is not. So ni adalah compressor dia. Okay. Nama benda ni, the name of the component. Dawa. Boleh?
Boleh, madam.
Ni compressor. Okay. So in this topic, in this week, back to our course learning outcome. Okay. Don't tell me that you are not alert with our course learning outcome. Why we need to learn this topic? Because this is to justify that and classify the technical and bylaws requirement for air conditioning system, building transportation system, fire protection system, communication system, automation system, and integrated services. So ini adalah course learning outcome in our curriculum. O2 C4, meaning that you can classify and you can describe, you explore and assemble, you know how to assemble and what kind of the system to be drawn in your building, how does this will function inside your building. This is your punya course learning outcome. At the end of the my lecture, you already can design, assemble, meaning that you know the function, you can describe, you can detail up the explanation why you are using this, what kind of air conditioning system that you will use in your building. Okay, kita mahu yang macam ni, student yang boleh classify dan assemble means to describe, to explore, and to determine what kind of aircon system. Okay, that's why. So, of aircon system. So there are few types of aircon system. Number one is central air conditioner, dikatakan central air conditioner. So this is you need to decide later on in your gallery. We have central air conditioning system. Okay. No one. This one I will talk about this. And you also have a ductless system. Dan ada juga yang sistem-sistem lain. Tetapi for today kita just mention about ductless split system. Ataupun yang tadi itu is a central air conditioner. Okay, apa kebaikan? Apa dia central air conditioning? What is central air conditioning? Central air conditioning is used for cooling big buildings. Biasanya this is going to be controlled by apa dia? So read this one. If the whole building is to be air conditioned, aircon engineers find that putting individual units in each of the room is very expensive, making this is better. A central air conditioning system is comprised of a huge compressor that has the capacity to produce hundreds of tons of air conditioning. Biasanya kita guna dekat bangunan besar. We are using it at a very big building, houses. One time control. Yeah. And also see this one, what do we need if we decide to use central air conditioning? We need to have air conditioning plant and also chilled water central air conditioning plant if we are using central air conditioning. This one you have to read, okay? So normally in our tamhidi, okay, remember that when we want to use air condition, this is a control. It's a control by main controller. Okay, at between 8 to 5, the area is being conditioned. After 5, it already stopped the air condition system. So that one is a central air conditioning system. That one is a central. Apa beza central? So dia akan control oleh satu system. From 8 to 5, they operate. After 5, everybody could not get aircon. Already closed. Dia tutup aircon tu. Okay. So see at this image. Nampak tak? This is an office. Bila adanya central air condition system, they must have a plant room. Okay, take care of this one. Plant room normally at the ground floor, level. At the mechanical room. Mechanical room tu dalam dia ada plant room. Tengok image ni, gambar ni. Okay. Dan every floor they have AHU, air condition handling unit. Every floor. Okay, nanti you decide. Okay. So they will operate the air condition with a system within select hours. Katalah the aircon 8 to 5. After 5, no more aircon. That one is centralized unit. Dia centralkan. Okay. Unlike the split unit. Okay. Do you notice that in our studio, there are also aircon like this. Okay. Macam ni. This is split unit. Okay. Split unit is a single ductless split unit. Normally it's only a small volume of a room. They cannot capture the whole studio 1, 2, 3. Like tamhidi, like our studio. Tak boleh guna central, tak cukup. The horsepower need to be bigger. So this is cannot cool enough the studio 1, 2, 3. When we open up all the doors, all the partition there. Okay. So it can be installed. Tapi the advantages dia, it can install everywhere, easy, without a lot of hassle. It can control the temperature of each room individually. So the comfort is only have all the people in that small area of a room. Then you need to have a split system. If you are designing, let's say the gallery later on, but inside the gallery, they have a partition, let's say, okay, where's my annotation? Okay. Let's say here you have a separate room. Okay, separate room. Sorry. Not like this. That one is the upper part is already the beam. This is below beam, Okay, then if he can ask for split unit, maknanya he doesn't want to use the central system because she can control the aircon. They say whatever. If she enters the room, the office at 7 or 4 or 6 p.m., she can use independently because this is a ductless split unit macam tadi. Okay. But if open like this, normally the offices is using central air condition. This one is central. They control within the period, let's say between 8 or starting 9 to 6 or 8 to 5. It's just like MPD, betul tak? Kalau dekat meeting room, inside our meeting room, they control because we are using the gallery and also the meeting area for the lecturers. We are using central unit. Only 8 to 5. Our manager tahu sebab Zul, our manager, he always be there at first year area, kan? After 5, then you will notice that they stop operate. Okay, do you understand up to here?
Yes.
Okay.
Faham.
So if we decide to use central unit, what are the rooms needed in the design? So kena ada apa? Mechanic room. Sekejap. You have to provide mechanical room. But this is example, this is a big project. If your gallery only a small project, we just allocate a mechanical room, a small mechanical room. I will show you the plan here. You need to have a mechanical room. We call it as a there must be a plan room. At each of the floor, you must design. You must allocate later on after you already decide your individual planning, already set your bubble diagram. Every floor must have AHU. Jangan lupa. Kalau 2 tingkat je. Kalau if 3 story must have the AHU. So for the small building, let's say this is only 3-story building. Most probably the room is only 1.5 by 1 for AHU because you just want to have a piping connected from the plan room. Okay, kenapa? Why they need the HU? Okay, you see this photo. See this photo. Daripada plan room ni, see the blue one, see the red one. Red one is different thing. The red one is the heat source. Okay, heat storage tank. And you need the cooler, the cooler air cooler, evaporation. Okay. So normally from here, from the AHU, they have a diffuser to provide the air blower here. Okay. 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 I need you to understand what are the components. Just now we talk about the central unit. You know the function where, when. Normally for big spaces, auditorium, exhibition hall, we cannot control by split unit. Split unit yang kecil je horsepower dia, tak boleh nak sejukkan. We cannot cool the area or small area. If it is going to be a big area, see the pathway, the offices, big offices here, see the image, see the photo, the gallery area. We are using the central unit, central air conditioning system. Okay, then what happened? Okay, previously, okay, you see this diagram. Tengok diagram ni. Tadi ada plant room, then how the piping from the plant room will go to deliver the coolness. They must have ducting. Yang foto ni adalah ducting. The image here is ducting. This is happen above the ceiling area. If not, you have to cover with ceiling. If not, we can see all those item, all those component tak berapa cantik kat sini. Dia tak covered, not well designed. So you have to design the ceiling to cover. If not, you may see all those kind of ducting. Sebab tu, the architect need to design how, what kind of material to cover up the ducting. So this is the final product. It looks nice and beautiful, the ceiling. But above the ceiling area is a ducting, nampak? This is the image of the ducting. Okay, boleh Econ sampai sini? Until here can understand
Yes, madam.
Alright. Okay, this is the image of a plant room. This is a big building. Biasanya ada factory, shopping complex. There is a room. Apa dalam isi plant room? It's a mechanical lah, mechanical. Ada dia punya, what you see now is a plant room. There is a covered plant room. Yang this one is outsiders. This is non-manageable, normally for factory, different thing. And you need to know, yang bulat ni, this is the diffuser. Now you know, deeper Not all the item, we call it Econ. Ni Econ lah. Previously you said, this is Econ. This is Econ also. Okay, you need to understand now the component. Okay. So this is the diffuser, one of the component to make the air blower at the area. So you need diffuser. If not, the air cannot cool the area. Okay, Alia ada Alia.
Yes.
Okay, now you tahu kan mana satu diffuser, mana satu ducting?
Yes.
So atas diffuser ni adalah ducting. This is ducting. This is ducting. Duct. Bukan DUCK. DUCK tu jenama tudung. This is ducting. So tak jadi. But this is diffuser. Yang ni. This is diffuser. Ni untuk tempat air. come into the room. This is a room. Okay, you understand the component? Okay. Habis sini. Clear. Dah faham component dia. Oops. This is the image. Sometimes in the hall, theater, lecture hall, exhibition hall. This is how the ID people, interior designer or the architect design the ceiling. Because they want to cover the ducting is so ugly. So you have to cover, you have to design. That is why when you do your interior, interior 3D, you need to have this one. And people will understand how you manage to put the lighting and also the diffuser. Where is the area that allocate the ducting and also the diffuser, the seating. It's going to be synchronized in the room. So remember, what do you need if you have the air-conditioned room? You need to provide, there is a plant room. Kena provide plant room at your ground floor area. Mesti ada plant room. Must have a HU room. Okay, when you design. Okay, this is to determine whether your area is using central air conditioning system. Sekejap. Okay, look at to here. Look at to this one. The plant room comprises of all the important components. Why do you need plant room? Kat sini you need all the important components of the chilled water air conditioning plant. Dalam sini adalah condenser dia, compressor dia, there are all the mechanical part, the evaporator or chiller. So the compressors is of open type and can be driven by a motor directly or by the belt via pulley arrangement. Itu adalah mechanical side. But the architect needs to know they must have a room. If the architect not providing a room, not designing a room, so you punya plant room is open. How come? Kan? So architect kena tahu. So if you are about to, that is why in your drawing later on, in your section, you need to understand where is the level of the ceiling height. Is it inclusive or not inclusive? Okay, example. Now you are see this section. You have to determine where is the area for the beam. Okay. Normally this is a beam. Katalah kat sini, this is a beam. This is a floor slab. Floor slab, contoh, example. This is a floor slab. This is a beam. And this is your ceiling. Ini you punya floor slab. It's about normally 100 mm thick. Sorry, this one is 600 mm thick. Alamak, already wrong lah. Sini, okay. Okay. So what happened between ceiling? Sometimes we decide berapa How much? The distance here. And sometimes you decide how much. This is based on our section nanti. We draw. So normally this only take about maybe 500, maybe 400. If a small area, let's say for your gallery, it can be 450 mm or it can be 500. Let's say talk about 550 mm. Okay. I spec here is about the width, the width dia. This is example. Example. It can be 550 mm of the ducting. Example. Plus beam. So the total is 1.1. This is very big lah. Some of the beam is only take about, let's say 450. Okay, let's say this is a small building lah. 450 beam. Wait. Okay. Oh, I need to clear. Erase first. Erase first. Okay, remember, you cannot punch the hole at beam because this is already structure. You cannot touch structure. Tak boleh lubangkan beam tu. Roboh bangunan. The strength, the thickness dia dah is already calculated by the engineer, structure engineer. Okay, so you cannot punch hole to put ducting inside beam. Tak boleh. Jadi this is where sometimes you want to draw the section. Nanti there would be a question untuk lukis. Untuk lukis. Right? Okay. Any question up to here? I will show you the example of the drawings. Macam mana kedudukan. Okay. Right. So kita stop kejap 3 minutes. Siapa nak pergi washroom? Nak minum air? Apa semua? Sambil-sambil tu, is there any question? Okay, I'm trying to get another drawings to share to you so that yang kawasan ni faham kan where is the location of your ducting? Kenapa? Boleh Econ?
Boleh madam, faham.
Sebab bila you lukis section nanti, you will have a problem because you don't understand where is actually the slab, where is actually the beam, how the thickness of the beam, and where you want to locate your ceiling level. That is why sini yang sangat constraint ni, your floor to ceiling height. This one, floor to ceiling height. Floor to ceiling height normally for public, you cannot provide 2.7 meters height. Very low. At least, memanglah bylaw says minimum 2.4 for the occupant's room. For the room that has the occupant. For the occupancy. But we as a designer, this is where we have to think. Untuk public. To look the area grandeur. Grand, cantik, with the lighting, with the other spotlight. You cannot provide about 2.7, 2.4 meters. It's exceed some of more on the exhibition hall. Mostly exhibition hall is about 4.5 meters because you want to exhibit. Plus there is a lamp up at the upper side. It's a spotlight. Okay, and also there would be a portable or a screen, a screen, IT screen. So my concern is floor to ceiling height. You need to design it accordingly. Boleh? Now it's simple. When you come to your own individual design, you got problem. You lupa. Try to forget. Okay, this one you snapshot because I don't draw, because once I clear this one, everything is clear. You can save spring screen based on your own notes. Where is the ceiling height? Where is the ceiling level? Floor finish level. You know what is floor finish level? Floor finish level is where it's not inside the slab. This is your slab. And you have tile on top. This one we call it as a floor finish level. Yang terakhir, selepas you letak semua finishes, carpet ke apa, this is you start to say FFL, floor finish level to ceiling height. Nama dia. This one yang floor FFL. So you have to well versed of this vocab. Ini doktor kena faham, doktor of the building, architect ni kena. Mana nak cakap? It's not from here. Floor finish level is not from the slab here. No. Floor finish level is this one. Setelah you letak finishes, carpet, tiles, apa lagi? All those finishes lah. Okay, ni you need to understand. Okay, semua dah screenshot. Okay, break 2 minutes lah. Siapa nak pergi washroom, you can go to washroom. Okay, basuh muka. Takut ada yang you already sleep You dream about my central unit. Central Econ. Okay. Okay, I'm about to clear all drawings here. Are you okay with this? Okay, tak apa, tunggu sikit lagi 2 minit. Okay. Okay, okay, dah Okay, I stop dulu. Tunggu you all balik daripada washroom sekejap. Okay, itulah sebab kita nak jadi doktor ni We need to understand the word compressor, condenser, thermostatic expansion. Oops, I stop sharing first. Z80. Submission. Apa nama ni ha? Kan susah. Okay, dah ready belum? Okay, dah ready. Is everybody already taken your coffee? Okay, kita start So of course this subject ni is quite because you are becoming a good one tau. You are becoming to be referred. You are working for the architectural firm. That is why we need to know in detail. Okay? Do not worry because once you're good at it, so it shouldn't be a problem. So you manage to understand why and where, how to design all those design development. I tried to find one. Tak nampak lah. I punya drawing ni lah. I very small. My eye also cannot see. Okay, close. Okay, time for question. Saya akan soal. I'm about to ask you. You are so silent. So we can't see, we can you how much is the understanding, how much is your understanding towards the econs. Okay, jap. Final external submission, final submission. Okay, kita tengok jap. Submission is oh. Again, I am sharing with you the drawings, sepatutnya, because I can foresee that when we talk about the econ ni, everybody must understand. Okay, Fahmi, mana soal Fahmi? Come Fahmi. Open up the screen and Haris. Haris,
Ya, madam.
yeah. So far okay tak? Faham tak?
Bapak okey, insyaAllah.
Faham Okay, econ ni, I'm sharing to you Haris. Okay. For today's topic, next week also we still continue So I want you to understand nanti, how is the principle of air condition. So aircon tu macam mana? Dia ada wording, kat sini lah ada fizik dia, okay? So architecture ni lengkap, dia ada fizik, dia ada drawings, dia ada English because you're going to communicate. Dia ada graphic because the color will determine is it cool or warm, is it services or nettable area or gross area. That's why, and also arrow, our graphic punya the component notation kita is very important in architecture. Don't tell me that arrow not so important lah, small arrow. The thickness of the arrow, that is why we come to learn in decaying the line, because the line that provide a point, so how we are going from point to a space. That is why we need to understand. Okay, come back to this slide. So please find out what is the principle of air condition, what is evaporator, what is condenser, girls, okay, and other expansion valve. That is why when we want to cool the area, cool the space kan Haris, kita perlukan a big space for apa dia? Kalau nak buat central air condition, dalam ground floor plan tu kena provide apa? Tempat untuk mechanical. Apa dia? What? Just now I already explained to you. If you decide to have a central unit, what is central unit, Haris? What is central unit air conditioning system? Apa yang you faham? What do you understand about central unit? Central unit pula, air conditioning central conditioning system. Haris, apa yang you faham?
Dia bukan wall mounted, lepas tu dia ada period of time dia.
Dia dikontrol oleh, okay.
Lepas tu dia pun ada apa aircon handling unit.
Baca ni. Okay, kalau kita nak gunakan central aircon system and this ada disadvantages, dia ada advantages dia. The advantages dia, it cools all the rooms at one time and connected two ducts at one. Okay, bila dia open je, the switch, everything. So, you tengok dekat sini. All the area here, I'm sharing kan, nampak kan Haris?
Nampak
All
madam.
the people here in the building getting the same air condition level. They control on kat sini, all the floors get the air condition. Betul. Yeah. So dia kata kat sini, since cool air is circulated in all room, humidity is reduced around the house, making ni house ataupun building, making the overall environment more comfortable. Ni advantage dia lah. The disadvantage of central aircon apa? Consume a lot of energy. Okay. Tengok at your studio now. Studio 1, 2, 3. First year, second year, third year. Sometimes the first year they go for site visit. So, but you cannot off the aircon there because it's already central. It's already operated. This site determined to open up, to on the operation between 8 to 5. Certain hours. They already decide certain hours the area to be cool. So it's a waste kan? Membazir kan? Betul tak? So katalah first year, second year, third year. First year and third year went for site visit. Only second year in the studio. But the aircon cannot be controlled because it's already controlled by main from 8 to 5. Betul Haris? Okay Haris?
Okay madam.
Okay faham cara dia types of air condition system? Okay, macam tadi kata now kita ada centralized, tu namanya centralized system. Centralized system and also dia ada yang the next kita bincangkan hari ni hanya dulu centralized system and split unit system. Okay, split unit ni biasanya dalam ruang yang kecil, ya, in a small area, individual room, or it's only contain a few occupants, like in a one room for 4 people, 2 to 4 people, okay. Sometimes the maximum tengoklah the occupancy, let's say the room area about you know our meeting room only consists of 6 people. So they can use the split unit system because they can control, okay? And the usage of the aircon is very minimum because only 6, the maximum of occupancy. Unlike the central ni about 100, 90, above 50, above 20 of us are to utilize the centralized system. So kalau misalnya too much, if you are using split unit system, what happened Haris? If our studio not using the centralized system, all of the studio use the split unit, macam mana? Apa jadi?
Tak sejuk madam sebab dia tak kuat kot.
Okay, tu satu. Tak sejuk, tak kuat. Banyak energy consume. But and the compressor, tauhid dia akan penuh macam ni. Kan, luar bangunan. Outside the building, the compressor will be like this because we are using a split unit. This is the compressor. Banyak compressor bertabur dekat luar. We cannot we have to design somewhere, but we cannot design because we already just plug in the compressor outside the building. So it looks ugly. There's no design. We just simply because you want to have a split unit all the way from studio 1 to 3. Betul? Okay? So kita ada masalah design nanti. Sedangkan architect needs to design. Okay, the rest I will let you know next week lah. Window unit dengan package unit different. Okay. So for today, they are also for high-rise building. For high-rise building, there are the process if you are using the central unit, the process to have a cooling tower at the rooftop area. Cooling tower. Okay. Cooling tower. So, meaning that kita ada plant room, ada AHU, tapi on top of the roof, we do have cooling tower. This is based on the volume of the building. So I can foresee that if only 2-story, tak perlu, no need to have cooling tower because the height, the limitation of height at the plant room still can accommodate the AHU and also the air conditioning system for centralized. Okay. This is based on the which building. If very huge building, dia kena ada cooling tower on top. Sebab kenapa kena ada cooling tower? Sekejap. This is plant roof, this is diffuser. Sekejap, maybe the other slide sekejap Okay. See at when you design a thing. When you design a thing. This is example the design. When you design a thing, you have to ensure that there would be a services area. Where you want to indicate the services area? Of course, when you design, you are not strictly to design the lift. You need to do what you should do first. What you should do first. You must provide a bubble diagram. After you put the bubble diagram, you have to indicate space planning. Then, after you do the space planning, based on your punya bubble diagram. Okay, let's say you punya bubble diagram. Entrance, setelah entrance ni. Entrance, then receptionist and everything. And you do the bubble diagram. Okay, let's say this is for public. Okay, you punya bubble diagram. Wow, it's a big one. Public, public. And this is your semi-public. This one maybe your semi-public. You punya semi-public. Discussion room between the client. And maybe at the back here, part of it is your public area, private area, let's say. This is for the private area because only the officer inside here. This is the cafe. Okay, this is a cafe. Public. Okay, this we call it as a bubble diagram. After you do the bubble diagram based on your brief, tengok, check, read back your brief. Bro Fadli, Dr. Azani already give you the brief. Then you insert all the space planning needed. How much is the office area? How much is the staff area to be inside the office? Okay, after you did this, then please consider your services area. Apa dia services area? Ni services area ya. For fire protection. Apa dia? Mana? Ni. This is the one, leave. Where's your fire? Fire staircase. See fire staircase? Tengok pintu dia. See the door here. Nampak? How people design the door. Outward. This is also another fire door. Another fire staircase. This is another fire staircase. Oh my. Oops. Teruklah. Susah sikit. Teruklah. This is where you calculate. From this distance to out. From this distance berapa distance, and this distance to outside. That's why you determine why not here the fire staircase, why not here the secondary, but it is going to be here and here, because from the fire here, fire staircase, fire door here to here. Okay, then you refer to 7th schedule. Is it 45 meters or what? This is where you need the 7th schedule. The task will be, I'm giving you a very plain plan. You need to design your own fire staircase then. So, after you decide all the services here, where you want to allocate the toilet. Ni toilet. Mana biru? Blue. Don't put blue at your fire staircase. Blue normally for washroom, for the watery area. Okay. Alamak. Okay. Okay, bear in mind, in your building services, based on the occupancy, bilangan orang yang akan mendudukkan bangunan, the occupancy of the building, in building bylaw, at the back appendix, you have to refer. There, in certain clause, they mention how many cubicles you need to design for toilets, for washroom, based on occupancy. Tu nanti you kena kira. In your third year first semester, bila you are doing your high rise or medium rise of housing, you need to calculate. Second semester is just for you to know the basic. But since third year there is no more services, I'm telling you, don't neglect this subject, because you are going to use back during your third year first semester and second year semester. Okay, third year second semester. Okay, after you determine this one, then the next question is where you want to determine the split unit and also central unit of air condition. Okay, katalah aircon warna hijau. The green colour hijau tu green tau. Green. Okay, tukar. Green is warna lain sikit lah. Tukar warna lain. What are the colour Let's say this is a colour lah. So you will determine the big area for exhibition lah, contoh Let's say the cafe, not the cafe. Alamak, not much colour. Okay lah, kata ni. Tak best lah. Which area to be air conditioned? Let's say, example, this is the seminar room. This is the bookshop and cafe. a big area. Okay, let's say this is gonna be a, but your gallery, there is no multi-purpose hall, This is example for a huge, okay. The office area, example, this is the office area. Okay, this is actually your air-conditioned central unit system. But if there is only a small room, let's say discussion room, you can decide it as a what? Using the split unit. Contoh yang ni kecil. Contoh inside here, example. Okay, there would be room 1, room 3 is very small room. Then you can suggest for apa dia? Alia, apa dia? If only a small room here, or about 4 person inside, a maximum 6 person, you may suggest, you may propose a what kind of system?
Split system.
Yes. Okay, boleh suggest macam ni. Tengok daripada lukisan ni. Okay, faham How you want to determine. Okay. And of course, okay, you dah boleh you boleh screenshot kat sini. I buat kat sini apa benda ni centralized icon. Oh, sudah nyanyi. Centralized. Sini you boleh contohlah cafe lah centralized. Icon system. Alamak. Okay. So you tahu macam mana nak guna when you want to use split system, when you want to use centralized icon system. Okay, Dawa okay Zul okay. Manager kita okay tak?
Okay, madam.
Alright. Manager mesti kena okay. Okay, I nak clearkan drawing because I want to move to the other slide. Kalau you nak screenshot untuk reference lah. Ni contoh. Kalau terlupa lah, you forgot, you screenshot this one. Okay, I clear I clearkan. Oops, okay, screenshot. You can put your own notes lah, You can put your own notes. Oh, sini. Sorry. Oh, okay. Alright, this is the final product of biasanya the drawings. So what else? If they want to use a central, of course, dekat sini, what you should do? You have to allocate the area. Ni dia. For electrical, nanti kita bincang. We will discuss on the electrical later on. This is only the aircon. You kena ada the services area. Ni for electrical so we switch later on. But what I want you to provide is dia ada AHU. Every floor ada AHU. Lebih kurang dalam berapa ni? 2 meters by 2.5 meters for AHU. Ni yang besar lah. Maybe if you punya gallery smaller, become smaller big. Okay. And here the services, dia ada riser di sini. Riser, what do you need inside riser? You kena buat dalam you punya floor plan. Ada piping kat sini, ada telecom piping, ada cold water. Semua ni dalam sini ada piping. We call it all the risers here. Tetapi dalam riser, where you want to susun, to arrange, semua ni is considered as a services area. Yang ni services area. Dalam services area, the family dia ada apa? Ada fire staircase, passive design. Dalam dia ada inside got room for AHU, Econ, handling unit. is inside there is a piping from the plant room. Okay, piping macam tadi. Piping. Remember that I already show you the section tadi? Situ piping dia berlaku. There's a piping connection from the plant room. And this AHU vertically, the piping vertically, the piping cannot be at ground floor level. Sorry. I want to change lah. AHU I want to be here lah. AHU at floor macam ni. Cannot. Because your pipe belok sini. Belok sini. And the section if you don't synchronize vertically. So let's say level 1, level 2, level 3. Your AHU, okay, here. But first floor, alamak, cannot suit lah. It has to be somewhere here. It has to be somewhere here. It has to be somewhere. Cannot, why? Because the piping akan jadi huru hara. Piping is very disruption. Piping, naik sini. No. So this is why we call it as a riser sini. Dia vertically, straight away, vertical. Ting, ting. So if we decide the AHU adalah di sini. Oops. AHU somewhere here, sampai atas to AHU room is like this. Ni AHU. Okay, Alia. AHU. Alia faham?
Madam.
Dia tak boleh sengit-sengit. Dia memang vertical macam tu AHU dia Tetapi kalau misalnya, dia ada sebab juga. If let's say you punya AHU because of the constraint lah design AHU dekat sini. Because of the really constraint, really lah constraint the floor you say that alamak dah tak ada tempat langsung at the second floor area. Dia boleh alternate. No. Sorry, yang boleh alternate tu adalah VRV. Later. This is the AHU. Okay. Dia ada satu lagi sistem VRV unit. Maknanya simpler. Dia ada lagi senang. Later. The next week punya lecture. Dia boleh sharing. First year and first year, ground floor and first floor, they can share. The Econ here, they can share. They can share the usage of AHU. VRV. Ni lain lah nanti the next week. Dia boleh share. I'm just telling you there are situation that they can share the room. Tetapi the system dia adalah VRV system. Nanti kita belajar VRV. Now kita settle dulu. Central dengan split unit. Okay. Tapi tadi macam what I'm telling you, this is going to be a vertical AHU or AHU. AHU sini. Right. Okay, so far okay ke? Is it too heavy? Doctor, manager, all the managers here?
Okay, madam.
Right, faham. InsyaAllah. Remember, careful when you start your individual design. Okay, I nak mula balik. Okay, see? Tengok apa yang dia kena ada. Maknanya you kena, Wawa dia kena tahulah kat mana analysis hari tu dah buat, kat mana dia punya tank, kat mana dia punya transformer. You dah belajar the electricity nanti kita belajar. Settlekan dulu air condition system. Ada koyat lah. Tapi be very careful when you decide the area is going to be all air conditioned. Okay. So you have to design kat mana. It has to be covered, ada the doors and also window. Okay, and you need to design ada fixed window ke, this is back to design. But to design is very important. see the facade, this is going to be covered. Don't add unnecessary component. You already Econ, but you have provide what kind of the unnecessary design for that, the opening, you covered everything, no opening at all. You still can have fixed glass because you need the natural sunlight from outside. If not, the building is very gloomy, very dark. Kat situ lah kena fikir, think about the design stage. Okay. Okay. No. Okay. Okay, this one. Okay, all drawing. This is the component. I just want you to understand apa komponen dia. A handler. Ni semua dalam AHU. So bila you decide to have a central unit, you will have a space. Kita kena provide the space for maknanya ada pump room. They must have a pump room down there. Biasanya dekat ground floor. Why? Because inside a pump room there is a huge mechanical system, machine, motor, very huge. So biasanya ada plant room. Lagi ada apa? Dia ada AHU. Dalam bangunan tu kena ada AHU. Okay, for a big, really big volume, and also exceeding 3 story. Just to capture this one, you need also to have a apa dia? You need to have cooling tower at the rooftop. And please understand apa dia duct, apa dia diffuser. Okay, sebab tu this is the duct, this is the diffuser. Of course, you need to understand how is the flow mechanically. So you need to read back what is the evaporation. Evaporation. Macam tadi, the first slide shows the principle of air condition, cold air, warm air. Kenapa it happens? Okay, then why we need the control system, control room. Okay, I think this one you kena baca. Okay, yang ni you akan baca dia ada compressor. Bila ada chill water, because you are using central air conditioning plant, then you must provide the area inside the plant room. Kat situ ada chill water. The type of system is more useful for large buildings saja, comprising a number of floors. It has the plant room where all the important units like the compressor, condenser, throttling valve, the evaporator are in that plant room. The evaporator is a shell or tube. Ni dia punya design lah, biasa mechanical lah dia akan design. Ini now dia tahu keadaan ni. If you go to let's say you are going for vacation kan, pergi kat hotel, you try to be at hotel level 25. You may see that from the upper level, the top roof of other surrounding building. The low rise, the medium rise. You may see on top of the roof area, they have this kind of component. This is actually a cooling tower. Ada compressor. Ni adalah compressor, bukan compressor that contains fans. Ada kipas. Okay, yang ni you dah faham dah. Okay, this is just for you to make understand kat mana, where to allocate the ducting. Of course, in section, we don't, at your level, we don't draw the ducting. We just allocate what is the size from apa tadi? Floor, slab, beam, ceiling. Between beam and ceiling, they must have a area. How much is the depth of the diffuser, the ducting, not the diffuser, sorry, not the diffuser, but the ducting, berapa besar. Then you decide kat mana floor height. That's why there is a calculation there. You need to think, you sketch. Sebab tu don't use computer. You need to use your hand, your finger, sketch dulu. Sebab tu kena sketch. Kalau tidak, you don't have any idea. You come to see lecturer, simply you ask lecturer to draw, you cannot get the knowledge. Sebab you lupa, the next day you forgot. Tengok yang ni. This is a high rise. Of course, the high rise is become more complex. There are the cooling tower on top. Cooling tower they put at the rooftop area, and they think about the condenser water pump. That is why we need to provide pump room. Okay, VAV connector. See, this is the typical floor. The architect need to design what kind of the material to use as a ceiling area. Chiller. Apa dia chiller? Absorption chiller and heater. Ni ada, biasanya ada hot water. Hot water sekiranya, tengoklah kadang-kadang kondominium dia ada hot water dia. Okay. But it's inside chiller. Okay, itu you dah faham. Centralized, more or less. I will give you some of the example next week. Tapi ni kita nak dapatkan the principle first. Okay. Split unit system, you already know, very simple, very easy to maintain. Tetapi this is only for low capacity equipment inside the room. We do have another aircon system, is a window air conditioner. Window air conditioner. Okay, advantage dia apa? This is the third one. Window units are typically less costly, simple to operate, simple to install, easy to maintain. Tapi biasa dekat Malaysia, old hotel saja ada. Nowadays, we have a new technology. We're not using this window air conditioner. If you are traveling to somewhere else like Europe, Europe country, a very old hotel, they are using window air conditioner. But in fact, there is a four season differently operated. But in Malaysia, normally nowadays, there no more window air conditioner. Tapi ni dulu pernah diadakan, easy to maintain. But the advantages here is noisy during operation. There is a sound. Okay. It's kind of a portable air conditioner. If you want to place it somewhere else, let's say you want to do the renovation, you will have to close this wall. Shouldn't be a problem because you just make it a brick there. You cover the wall and you transfer the window air conditioner to another window. There are advantages and advantages. Okay, I think only that for this week. Okay, I'm sharing this at your punya goals. So I'm opening for the question here. I buka goals now. Now I masukkan terus dalam goals. Oh. Any question? Jom, kita nak habis dah ni.
Madam, actually, I have a question regarding to central air conditioner. Is it possible if we actually turn it on by ourselves?
Apa dia? Maksudnya apa tu? Apa soalan dia?
Central air conditioner.
Okay, central air.
Is it possible to turn it on by ourselves?
No, it's already being controlled, controlled by the operator. If you are going to control what happened to other places, Katalah you want to use the area starting 8 to 5. Tapi why? Because of they want to control in terms of energy consumption. That's why Tamhidi after 5 they close. If they just give you from 8 to 10 o'clock at night, what happened to second floor and first floor? There is nobody there. Tamhidi students, the matriculation students already went back. But you only having the exercise at the fourth floor, operate from 8 to 5, 8 to 10. But the rest, so that is why sometimes they say that they need to have a good operation. So they will control only for the mechanical or the pembangunan people to control that. We cannot simply on off there. Okay, let's say architecture students always come late to class, 10 o'clock. But Tamhidi, they start at 8 o'clock sharp. Matriculation start 8 o'clock sharp. So you at 10 o'clock baru sampai, you just arrive at Tamhidi. Oh, I want to switch on. Oh, yalah, I want to switch on. Come on, it's already 10. So that's why we need people to operate, to control the air conditioned system. And also, they are using a diffuser. The same diffuser, the same ducting. So bila dia on je, aircon akan berjalan. The airflow will operate constantly, continuously, constantly. And with this, they just need one plant room to generate the supply and the system. If you are using a split unit to control it by yourself, how many? That's why I'm saying to you, how many compressor you want to plug in at the wall, at the back? At the end of the day, Tamhidi will become slaughtering with the air compressor at the end, at the back of the building. Kalau you pakai, kalau you beli Econ, if your mom, your dad buy you an Econ, it's not only the Econ itself, it has to come together with the compressor. Betul lah? Betul ke tak?
Kiranya macam kalau wiring tu tak boleh, macam each level tu kita buat asing-asing dia punya kompresor tu.
And because this is already utilized untuk to supply for the whole building. If you asing-asing, there will be a lot of piping, there will be a lot of wiring. So that is why they only design like this. Macam tadi tu. Mana tadi? See this one? Dari sistem berjalan terus. Kalau tidak, dia boleh jadi bocor. Dia leaking. Leaking somewhere here, somewhere if you install differently and how you want to control. And the manager of the building cannot control the operation. Let's say, example again. Tadi siapa yang bertanya tadi? Sorry, tak nampak. Because
Aisyah.
Aisyah. Okay, let's say this is office Aisyah. Sorry. Dia patut kat bawah. Okay, let's say this is office Aisyah. This is Dawa punya office. Okay, Aisyah ni is a manager of the whole floor area. This is the manager. There are about how many? About 50 lah. 50 staff here. 50 staff. Dawa the manager at the second floor. How many? Dawa has slightly larger. 70 staff. So when do the calculation on the thermal comfort and the comfortness, okay, more 1 horsepower of split unit or the aircon, it will cater the comfortable only how many students? How many people? Only 7? Only 5? So when you divide 70, you need 10 split unit. So where you want to allocate? That's why I'm telling you, this is not so efficiency. So you need the whole things to be operate as a one building here. Easy to generalize, easy to disperse the air condition rather than using the split unit. But of course, if the building, the room is small, only 5, only 3, then it's suitable for you to use the split unit system. So dia dah terus, kalau tidak, how many plant room in the area? If let's say Aisyah kata, oh, okay, I want to have my own plant room. Dawa kata, I want to have my own plant room. Who is going to take the responsibility of the building maintenance? Dia lagi bertambah. That's why dia become satu je ni. Only one part, one coordinator, and also to manage the whole building maintenance. That's why we have a building maintenance department. In USIM, we call it as JPPF, Jabatan Perancangan Pembangunan USIM. JPPF, facility. Okay Kak Aisyah?
Oh, faham.
Kita tak puas hati.
Tak adalah.
Okay. Ya. Lepas tu dia akan kata dia huge lah sebab dia, because the piping tu selari kat sini. It's become cheaper. Rather than if Aisyah gonna take care of this right side, there will be another ducting pula. So how many layer of ducting? Dawa kata, ducting I kat sini. Aisyah kata, I also want to have ducting but different height. Siapa nak control? Okay, they so jumble up. At the end of the day, all the buildings covered with all the ductings. Where you want to see? Betul. Alright. Mana tadi? Almost time sekejap. I want to, this one. Nanti terlupa. Kemudahan bangunan. Okay. On dulu. Turning on. Don't forget to read this one. Okay, add an activity. Mana tadi? File. Kita dah week 5 ya. Air conditioning. Okay, nanti baca-baca. You will have some of the bila you already done your individual, then you may find that this is very useful lah. This is just to help. If you have a topic, you have a problem, you can raise up. Okay. So in next week, we still can continue with the air conditioning system. I also do the revision from the previous topic so that you can alert and know where you want to implement. Classify, you already classify. Remember of our PLO? Apa tadi? Outcome, learning outcome. So we the classify, to assemble. Assemble to, the function of the system. Where to connect, what are the components needed. You decide which, why, and how is the design. If you use this one, okay, the design of the section is like this. What is the height of the floor area? Okay, what is the term, the architectural vocabulary there on the technical? Floor height, clear ceiling height. Clear ceiling height meaning that after your ducting is the ceiling height, ceiling to floor finish level. What is floor finish level? Itulah dia. Okay, ni I already share, so everybody can. Okay, I nak check each of you. Ada 5 minutes more. I'm checking with everybody. Qayyim, okay Kak Qayyim? Qayyim 7. You already sleep, Qayyim. That's why I'm telling you, this is very important. If Qayyim is not turning on, susah sikit Qayyim. Okay, Wan Nur Afifah, Qayyim tak ada. Econ take note bila I panggil tak ada, meaning that they are not attending my class. Okey tak? Faham at the moment faham Nur Akila, Nur Alis, Nur Akila, Nur Alis.
Ya, madam. Faham, madam.
Faham Okay at the moment.
Faham, Kak.
Syafiq dah okey dah? Boleh jawab next time around. Mana Alis? Alis pun tak nak jawab I.
Yes,
Syafiq?
madam. Ada, madam.
Okey, jawab. Syafiq, cepat sikit Syafiq nak sembahyang Jumaat ni. Syafiq okey dah? Alah, Syafiq pun tak okey. Okay, you take care Econ, Syafiq not here pula. Tadi ada Zul, our manager Zul.
Still here, madam.